Nothing changes.
Hello, good afternoon guys. So, we're going to continue with our lesson. So, muna ang last part sa August na lesson, which is the sequence, the number sequence, and specifically the Fibonacci sequence. So, kat yung last natin na lesson, if you have noticed, the first assignment was look in nature, in yung mga balay, regarding sa plant or koan. You will see that, di ba, ang answer niyo is yung mga shapes, tapos yung mga symmetry. It was already mentioned sa PDF na akong gihatag sa inyo. Ha? So there are structures and also patterns. So normally dili na to nabantayan, pero you will see that one, like for example sa kuan banana, sagaran is three shapes na siya, three sides. So ang sequence daw is refers to an ordered list, so ordered, nagsunod, called terms that may have repeated values. So, balik-balik. The arrangement of these terms is set by a definite rule. So, there's always a rule, as mentioned by Hoffman in the book Mathematics Modern World. Now, like for example, like we have here, this one, number 1. So, number 1 is the first term, then second term, ang 3. So, I have 4 numbers here, and then kanin tulo ka dot, and so on man ni siya. Sabot lang sa akong naong ako. And then, we have, what we call this? First term, second term, third term, and fourth term. So, muna ikuan. Next one is the elements on each of the number is term na siya ang ngalan ha. First, second, third, fourth term. So, daghang klase na kuan, mga sequence. Mentioned sa module is we have arithmetic sequence, and we have geometric sequence, and then harmonic sequence. So, nasa assignment, mentioned there are 5 numbers, and then you have to identify what type of sequence. So, ang pinaka-common is arithmetic sequence. Nani siya sa exam sa kuan, sa what do you call this? Exam sa civil service or mga entrance exam sa eskwelahan. Sa mga scholarship na ano siya ang nasa abstract reasoning is what is the possible value sunod. So like for example, we have arithmetic sequence is a sequence of numbers that follows a definite pattern. So there's look for always a pattern in a sequence of numbers. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 terms. So 6 numbers. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So naay pattern siya. So, ang pattern daw niya kay 2. So unsa nung 2? Gikan ta diri sa 12. 12 minus 10 equals 2. 10 minus 8 equals 2. 8 minus 6 equals 2. 6 minus 4 equals 2. And 4 minus 2 equals 2. So, ang common difference nila, ang pattern nila is 2 daw ang kuan. So, nga na kasayon ang arithmetic sequence. Pero, ang sa exam na to, for example, blanco ni siya, and then you're going to look for the next sequence that is sulod. What is the missing sequence? Nga na kasayon. We will have a different set of review sa exam na to. So, find the common difference. So, ang common difference, the clue that must be figured out in the pattern in order to recognize it as an arithmetic sequence. Ang geometric sequence, so kasagaran, fractional siya. If in the arithmetic sequence, we need to check for common difference, and geometric kay common ratio. So, ang ratio nila, like for example, this one, ang 2 to 4, 2 to 8, ang ratio nila is 4. So, 8 of 4, ratio niya, 8 of 32 is also 4. So, mao ni ang ilahang kuan, divisible by 4 ang ilahang ratio, ang geometric sequence niya. Na-generate siya of 4. And then we have the harmonic sequence. The reciprocal of the terms behave in a manner like pare-pareho lang sa arithmetic sequence pero fractional. With this pattern, the reciprocal appears like arithmetic sequence, so like 1 half, and then we have 1 half, 1/4, and then we have 1/6, 1/8, and then 1/10. So, mura siya pareho pero naka-fraction based lang siya ang harmonic sequence. Kaya na, mas dali ang siran ang arithmetic. Ang kuha na lang is how big is the difference. kasagaran na sa level 1 to level 2, level 3 ang mga sequence. So sa exam, later on ta sa sa Fibonacci sequence is you have to find the number. So, discuss naman siya slightly sa ito ang lesson is sequence was named by an Italian mathematician Leonardo Pisano Bigolo 1170 and 1250. So, he discovered the sequence when he was studying the rabbit. So, nanay sa module ninyo. So, mga nakang rabbit ka paspas ka na siya. Daghan. So, the Fibonacci sequence is a series of numbers governed by unusual arithmetic rule. Kasi ang rule din niya is organized by adding the two previous numbers. So, i-add mo itong previous numbers. Like, for example, we start with 0. 0 plus 1 equals 1. Ano na siya? Dayon, 1 plus 1, kaning first ug second, we have 2. 1 plus 2 equals 3. 2 plus 3 equals 5. 3 plus 5 equals 8. And then, 8 plus 5 equals 13. So, mo na ang iyahang kuan. Adding the two previous numbers, you can get the kuan. Fibonacci sequence. So, like for example, ang pangitan, notice that the number 2 is actually the sum of 1 plus 1. So, kani ang first term, second term, third term, fourth term, and fifth term. So, the fifth term is number 5. So, for example, atong i-add si 2 o si kuan, 5, you will get your answer 7. Pero ang 7, wala na siya sa Fibonacci sequence. But, pwede na to na siya ma-solve later on. So, that is the kind of pattern generated by the Fibonacci sequence. So, kato nag-assignment sa mga plants and then sa mga flowers, sa mga petals of flowers, you will see this number of kasagaran. Makita mo na 5 petals, 3 petals, and then napoy 3 sides sa kuan. Kita kay by symmetrical man ta kay tungaon na to ang self, you have the same parts lang. Now, to explore, like for example, on Fibonacci sequence, the location, so what if, dali na siya kung kuan. If you are going to observe, kanina pa, mga example sa Fibonacci sequence, mo ni ang Fibonacci sequence. So, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What mean ko, what if the 7th term sa Fibonacci sequence, so the answer is 13. So, dali na kaya na siya. So, unsa ang pag-solve to 13? Pwede na po na you can add 1 plus 1 and then you will have until you will reach this one. Mo na yung pinakadugay. Pero na yung pinakadalian na, which is using this formula. Yan siya. Formula for computing for the nth term in the Fibonacci sequence. So, okay na siya kung okay, you can add katong ginagmay. Kung gagmay lang value sa n, n is then how many terms that you're going to compute. Pero kung dagko na kayo na, mga 20 or 19 term na, you don't, lisod na siya. So, like for example here, this, what you call this, the location the term was commonly tagged as fib_n. So, katong gipangita na to is your n, Fibonacci n. And this means that fib_1 is 1, and fib_2 is 2, 1, and then fib_3, at kung i-mention is the Fibonacci sequence number 4 is 3, and the Fibonacci sequence number 5 is, and number 5th term is also 5. Now, what if ang question kay fib_2 plus fib_6? So, dili ka mo add, you're not going to add 2 and plus 6 equals 8, dili. Unsa may what you call this, the Fibonacci sequence, the second term and the 6th term. So, man mo na ipangita. So, kung kuan, iyan lang kasayon, dali ra kaayo kay kung second term kay 1 man, ang 6th term kay 8. So, answer niya 9. Dali ra kaayo. Kung mugbo. So, how you're going to compute that one here? So, mo ni ang pag-compute sa kuan, Fibonacci sequence. So, para mabawan na to sa may term, sa 5th term, example ni siya, is we have one. So, gipangita karon kay unsa may 5th term. Ano yung gipangita karon sa 5th term. So, you have your formula. So, we have your pi. This is a Greek uppercase pa ata. And then, your xn is the one that you're looking for. The Fibonacci number that you are trying to find. So, mo ni si xn. Si xn mo ni pangitaon ni mo na Fibonacci term. Your n now, kaning dako na n, stands for the position of the number of the term. And then you have your pi is the stands for the golden ratio daw. So, ang kaning 1.68 kana siya, your pi that is constant. So, reason na 1.618 and that is constant. So, wala kay problema how na siya. So, kaning n dire mo ni ang pangitaon. That's your big N. Kani siya mo ni ipasabot n ana niya. So, ikapila na term na imong solbon. So, your x, so you're trying to find the fifth daw, ikalima. So, mo na to ang we have x, then 5 equals 1. So, 618, nagikuha, constant na siya, constant. Automatic na siya. Kanang 5 na nasa kuan, gikan na siya sa ikapilang term. So, fifth term man, so mo tong 5 term. Minus 1, constant gihapon. Minus 1.618 constant gihapon. So ang dili constant ani kanira jong kana may dili constant. Kanang 55 o kani siya may dili constant. It depends upon the pattern, the term that you're searching for. So kung i-solve na to na siya, isa-isa ko na to nag-solve gamit natin calculator. So, use this one. So, pila man ang, so, sa may given value, your pi, which 1.618, raised to 5. So, pangintas calculator ni siya, katong caret na kuan, symbol, motor kuan, equals 11 point something. So, ako lang kopyahon tanan lang ha. So, but you can limit to 3 digits. Pero, we'll try to see kung ang exact value dyan. Then, we have sunod. So, mo na yung unang value. Minus. Tapos, kaning 1. So, 1 minus 1.618 equals, ano siya, raised to 5. And you will get that answer. Ano siya. Equals, pila may equals sa niya. So, atong utrohon. Atong upihan na siya para paspas. Minus this. And you will have that value. So, ang answer niya is 11.17. Now, naman siya divide square root of 5. Pila man ang square root of 5? Ang square root of 5, kila ang square root of 5 is 5. Therefore, square root is, wait. So, square root of 5 is 1 siya, 2.223. So, we'll try to see kung sa answer niya. So, ang answer sa module is 5. So, roughly, the answer is divided by this value. Kung maglifog ka, daghan kang number, concentrate lang ka sa pila ka digits lang. 3 digits lang din. You will still arrive approximately to that number. And then, equals is, sobraan o kuan. Otro. Divided by this. Enter. So 4.99999. So I'll just copy this. So answer is 4.999 or approximately round off to na that is 5. So yan na. So the fifth term is 5. So yan ang pag-solve. So na yung mga dito sa assignment sa module na ito yan sira na ninyo. So hopefully ma-solve nakatubag gamay, nasabtan gamay. So if you have no question, you can ask me sa GC. So the grandeur with the Fibonacci sequence was also discovered in a golden triangle. So katong ang mga balay-balay ninyo, you will find your golden rectangle, mga design na almost konektado dito siya sa golden ratio. So ang this is the golden ratio. So ang arrangement sa atop sa bintana sa yung balay proportionate yun siya sa kuan. So, narito yung sample sa kong gihatag sa kuan sa module ng PDF. Pero ang math side, muna ito ang math side, is looking for the Fibonacci sequence and also looking for the arithmetic sequence. So, kanilang sa ato ang i-appeal sa exam. Later na tong ubang part, kaya basig ma-shock mo. Kaya lalagyan na. So, moro to guys, ang atong formula is this one, finding. So, pag-solve aning assignment ng ani, for example, find 2, find 6, and then i-add mo na tong kuan. So, use this formula, kaduha ka mo answer. Kaduha ka mo, dalawang beses ka you will use the formula twice to solve for this, and that's the time mag-add ka, and you will have your answer. Na yung mga minaro, internet, pero ang ako ay isa ni masabtan ba? Munang testingan na to. Mag-live ta siguro sa question and answer, depende lang. We'll try to see. Maro to guys. Wow.